Alright guys, welcome back to Fully Funded. Welcome back to Fully Funded Scholarship. I'm Moses Obarisi, your host and your friend in the School of Research, International Studies, and Fully Funded Scholarships. Always bringing you funding opportunities for overseas study or international studies. So today we are in Singapore for a fully funded scholarship opportunity. This is 100% fully funded scholarship, and it's a PhD scholarship. So before looking at the details, let's look at some of the juicy parts of this scholarship. The deadline is 1st of June 2023. Why the coverage of this scholarship involves your tuition fully paid, your monthly stipend of $2,200 monthly stipend, your FA grant of up to $1,500 is paid by the government of Singapore, and a one-time settling in allowance of $1,000. So this settling in allowance is like a money you are giving once you get to Singapore, just to to keep yourself just to fix yourself to and make sure you're comfortable between the first few period that you arrive Singapore before they will start paying you your monthly allowance. So it's like an inconvenience fee just to ensure that everything is all right before you start your studies. So that's the meaning of that in-settling allowance. So you can see here a breakdown of the Singapore cost of living, the average cost of living, from food to accommodation to transportation, other expenses such as stationery, laundry, toiletries, and recreation. You can say an average chart of it is enlisted here or is included here. So on an average, you spend between $1,000 to $1,400 to $2,000 monthly if you are in Singapore. So for food, it's between $250 to $350 per month for university canteen. Then for meals outside the campus, we spend between $450 to $650. Then for accommodation, campus-based, on a single room, which will be what you will likely be given, or what you'll be recommended to stay, is between $400 to $700 per month. The total expenses, transportation expenses, local is between $100 to $150. Then other expenses such as stationaries, toiletries, and the rest of them, and recreation is between $400 to $500 monthly. Okay, so the total cost there is not more than $2,000. So you can see that the coverage of this scholarship is not something that one should miss. Okay, so let's go to the introduction now. Is there any need for us to do introduction again? I don't think there's much need. Since it's a foreign scholarship, the aim of it is to foster bilateral relation and a global link between Singapore and other countries or other nations, to establish global links and take research career to greater height for the researchers or the students who will be coming to Singapore. Okay, it says SINGA, which is the name of agency, which is the abbreviation for Singapore, fosters a vibrant and culturally diverse research community for international students. You'll be working in a multicultural environment alongside distinguished and world-renowned researchers in state-of-the-art facilities. Pursue your PhD education in Singapore with SINGA and take your research to greater heights. Okay. It says Singapore International Graduate Award, PhD, your gateway to the Center of Innovation. Start your journey with us. Okay. So I've earlier mentioned the deadline. The deadline for application for this PhD scholarship is 1st of June 2023. So what should you do about this 1st of June 2023? Since Singapore is an Asian country, that means that if you are applying from a region that is not an Asian country, you should ensure that by 31st of May 2023, your application ought to have been submitted to avoid a clash of time difference in time zone and stuff like that. You should ensure that by 31st of May, you ought to have submitted your application. So let's look at the research areas, because we've already covered the coverage or the cost implication, what this scholarship board is covering. Let's look at the research areas. Now, remember, it's a PhD scholarship, so you ought to have had your master's, or in some cases, Singapore, a scholarship agency, they do accept bachelor degree. But let's get there first. It says SINGA supports PhD studies in biomedical sciences, computing and information sciences, engineering and technology, and physical sciences. A-star supervisors and projects. So under this category, you'll be able to see the various projects that these research areas intends to cover. They intend to cover. Since it's a research work, there are areas that the Singapore government, the Agency for Science, Technology and Research, there are areas that they want to research, they want to carry out deep research, so they need people to kind of join their team and carry out further research. So hence the goal of these scholarships. So here's a list for them. Then a list of colleges and schools, which is universities. Then a list of NUC graduate schools, SMU School of Computing and Information Systems. Then SUTD pillars, clusters, and research centers. So these are kind of institutions and research laboratories, depending on your area of study, depending on the area you are going for the PhD, which will determine the school that you will choose. So remember that the area of coverage listed here is biomedical sciences. So all of these 4 major categories here will fall under any of these 4 institutions. While the supervisors and our projects, this will be like the person who is going to be supervising your research work, and it is this person that your topic or your research topic will be tailored towards, or his research topic is what you are going to work in line with. So that's what is there. So let's just let's just go through that page, the supervisors and our projects page. Okay, so you can see there for biomedical sciences, computing, information science, engineering sciences, and physical sciences. Okay, so the list, they are numerous there. Then for projects, the project